Hello, Fantasy Sports Wizard here, and welcome to episode 45 of the quest. And this one is kind of a part one of part two, so to speak. And today I'm I wanted to run an experiment because I got a couple of French teams I built and trying to figure out which one I feel more comfortable with. I mean, like the 4-2, the 4-3-2-1. I have been playing a lot with this year, but I've been hearing a lot of good things about the 4-2-3-1 narrow with the free cams, and it was one of my favorite formations a couple of years ago, so I'm kind of interested in going back to that. So we're going to play a bit of an experiment. We're going to play 5 games with the 4-3-2-1 and then switch to the other formation, and then we're going to see which I prefer, which I want to go forward with, and see how I perform. And there we go. If you curious what tactics I use, you can see them pop up on screen earlier in the video. So if you want to have a look at those, see if there's anything that might work for you, go ahead. But just to be honest, I think I use mainly default settings and just switch to cover and whatnot. So there we go. And without further ado, let's get into the gameplay. As you can already see, we're into our first game. We're up against a 4-4-2 BPL team. And I gotta say, this game, well, this episode, I probably scored some of the best goals that I've scored all year. I mean, that finish there from Dembele, cracking finish. And I was pretty impressed with that finish. Like, it was a lovely move, that beautiful cross, and the finish was brilliant. But unfortunately, we then give up a goal pretty much instantly. And I mean, at half time, evenish game, but there wasn't really much to show, so to speak. And I don't know, this gameplay that you're seeing, it was recorded in 2 parts for this episode. I recorded 2 games on a Saturday, and then the rest of the footage was recorded the following day on the Sunday. And it was a huge difference. Like, the 2 games I played on the Saturday, I really struggled. The team just couldn't create. It was very sluggish gameplay, and I mean, the next episode or the next match, you will see that for sure. Like, it was a struggle. I mean, I couldn't make a pass. It was so laggy. It was impossible to play, and my game really suffered because I just couldn't do anything. And I gotta say, in like these couple of games, Hugo Lloris has been fantastic. Like, absolutely fantastic. Like, he's made so many big saves already. He's already paying his fee 10 times over. And I mean, I had chances in this game to get the win, but I just couldn't finish. Like, a couple of chances there, like no power on the shot, or he blasted it right at the keeper instead. Like, very frustrating. I mean, I don't want to go through this sequence again, like draw, loss, and I'm suddenly scraping like the last few games and having to like really stress out to get those points to hold the division. So I want to be getting wins right from the start. And like I said, this Saturday, the gameplay was terrible. It was so slow. I couldn't complete a pass. Like, you can see the ball there coming in. Like, it was just stopping, and the guy really should have scored there. But again, Lloris, fantastic. Again, like, saving my bacon. But it said that I couldn't make a pass. I don't know if I showed instances, but I was getting the ball and I was ready to make that next play, like, because I had a player on the run, and it wouldn't make it, or I'll be booting it out. But this guy, he didn't seem to be so much as affected, so I assumed it was, I don't know, maybe he was causing the issue. But I literally couldn't do a thing in this game. And the ironic thing is, I do get the go-ahead goal in this game, but for the most part, it was unplayable. Literally unplayable. And then the ironic thing is, I mean, I'm in Nova Scotia. This guy had a team name called Montreal FC. So if he is a Canadian, he's got some terrible internet, which is hilarious. Like Montreal and Nova Scotia, they aren't that far away. But anyway, this little sequence is where we get the go-ahead goal. We sort of like managed to string a few passes together, and it just opens up, and Lacazette with the overhead kick. Like, I don't think I scored like bicycle kicks on those kind of volleys you saw in the first game. I mean, it was pretty pleasing in a sense, like, to score those. You can just dream about scoring those goals. And unfortunately, this game, I am going to end up conceding. And I just couldn't switch. The players wouldn't switch for me. He was just able to walk through my defense. It was a mess. And I mean, I really felt I was going to lose it, especially when Sané was on the break here and just struggling. And then I finally managed it. He just scuffs the shot. But terrible game. I was pretty relieved to get a draw out of that. And I was like, that's it. I'm done. I'm not playing any more games. Like, it was brutal. And this was divisions that I hate to, and like a lot of people were saying weekend league this weekend was terrible. So I'm kind of glad that I wasn't in it, but you don't expect like divisions to really be that bad. So new day and much better conditions for playing FIFA, and we come up against this team with fewer tribute cards on Rashford and Bailey, and I looked at that team and thought, okay, this guy is gonna be a tough game, and first game of the day, and I was very nearly made to pay for this. Fortunately for me, this is going to come back and be awarded as offside. Like, I just literally couldn't touch the ball to start the game. Like, maybe it was like I needed a warm up, but luckily for me, it's called for offside, and then pretty much after that, like, the game was tilted in my favor. I just was running riot. And from this offside, I'm just going to play it downfield. And Tolisso going to, like, be able to set it up. And Lacazette is just going to run in. Low driven, goal. Job done. Like, that's his bread and butter all day long. And going back to that first game, how he missed that shot is still beyond me. Like, that's what I wanted to do, but instead he winds up blasting it at the keeper and it just rebounds out for a corner. But this game, everything seemed to click. Like, the gameplay felt good, my passing felt good. I was just able to dominate this game, and I was creating so much. I mean, from open play and then from corners, like, fantastic header from Tolisso into the top hand corner. Like, there's no stopping that, not even a defender on the line. And the chances just kept on coming, even with the defense he had. And then we scored that. Like, I don't think I've scored this many good goals, like that, in that sense of like volleys and whatnot, ever. It was amazing, really. It was such a good feeling. And then easy goal there. Like, we just had to play the defender, draw him in, and then slip the pass through, and Lacazette is going to finish that 9 times out of 10. Now, this goal we give up here, I was a little disappointed. Like, Coutinho just steals the ball. Like, I don't know how he just picks it off. I mean, at half-time, possession's pretty even, but, I mean, absolutely ruthless on goal. And notable was that my passing accuracy at 89%. Now, I do seem to note that if I have a high passing accuracy, I dominate games. No question about it. I mean, I guess it makes sense. If you're like passing, you're keeping the ball, you're going to be playing well. You're not going to be giving up anything. So that's what I want to be seeing for like my games in general. And it just kept coming. Like, I had so much space, and Ousmane Dembele, what can I say? This card is amazing. Really is amazing. I really hope that he gets an upgrade in this week's Team of the Week. He's been fantastic for Dortmund. He's been fantastic for us in the Quest. So can't wait for that card. It's just fantastic and really coming into his own. And here, more counter-attacking football, and this is just power from Lacazette. Absolutely blast it past Zila. And 6-1. And fair play to this guy, he stuck around. But I was in the mood that I just wanted to score more and more goals. Now, Kingsley should have had a hat-trick himself. I mean, I didn't even show the attempts he had. He smacked the crossbar multiple times. And the stats say it all at that time. And it was a very pleasing 3 points. And to get 7 goals, that was just extra. It was like the cherry on top. So, after 3 games, we now have 5 points. So, we're already looking at being more or less safe in this division. And then we're setting ourselves up nicely for a push to get promoted again. So, fingers crossed there that we can do that. But then this game, very nice 4-3-3. This guy was good. No word of a lie. I'm not going to say it. Admittedly, the goals he scored in this game, they were frustrating in the sense that Willian had so much space there to cut in, and I literally had no cover, which was very frustrating. But this guy, the other two goals he goes and scores, they were just rebounds. And I mean, this guy, I figured out he was on team pressing or something, because he was all over. I literally was having guys coming at me from every direction. And this is the first of his simple goals, rebound off the post, and Alexis Sanchez taps it home. And 2-0 down, but what I want to say is once I realized that this was how he was playing, I'd switched to counter-attack, and I seemed to grow more into the game. The movement of this formation allowed me to get back in, to sort of play some football, and we get a goal back and through Dembele, and I was able to grow into the game more and more and more. And I mean, that's one of the things I do like about my game, that I don't have a don't quit attitude. And there we go, we tie it up 2-2. Lacazette and Dembele combining to great effect. Those two are just amazing. And it's just frustrating in the sense that, I mean, I had chances, but then Tolisso, he heads the ball there. Hey, why did he head the ball? Why couldn't he sort of take a touch and sort of volley it? But a lovely bit of skill there from Alexis. Sort of sending me completely the wrong way, but I make a hash of the defending there. But then there we go, there's his second goal from a rebound for a tap in. And that was painful to give up. I mean, I struggled with that game. The guy was good. He dominated the game for the most part, but the way he won, I was disappointed in that sense. It was very, very disappointing in a sense. So, after 4 games, we're still on 5 points, but this is an issue. I was quite happy to take those kits. And on screen there, they looked pretty, different. But in-game, the stadium he was using, it was that floodlit game. I couldn't make head or tail, which guy was which. I really struggled to pick out my players from his. And for the most part, I did dominate this game. I probably had the better hand. But I just, I was struggling with my finishing and the passing. Instead, I kept picking out, the wrong guy. So, you can see the passing accuracy is down at 69%. And, it was, I am colorblind. I'm not gonna lie, I'm red-green colorblind. But that blue and that white, I couldn't tell the difference. But fortunately for me, I do get the one goal in this game. Like, it was just, I managed again to string a few passes together like that lag first game, and we're gonna get 3 points and put us on a whole other division. So like, I'm well placed to then for a title challenge here. In the next episode, I'm going to be switching up. Like, you'll see a lot of the same players, but there's a couple of new guys that will be making their debuts, which I'm excited to try out. And I'll try and like compare the formation in the next episode. So hopefully you'll be looking forward to that and whatnot. But we get it. That's it. It's going to be the end of the episode as Dembele gets yet another goal for the Quest. And I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you've got any like custom tactics you want to share, let me know in the comments. But aside from that, I'm the Fantasy Sports Wizard, and I shall see you all next time. Bye.